May the grace and the peace of God the Father and our Lord Jesus Christ be with each and every one of you all as we come again to your morning devotion. This is your cup of joy right here on the Homebase Ministries network. Good morning to you, Evangelist Dexter Friday, Sam Della Rosa. Top of the morning to you, man, and to all of those around you. May God continue to bless and keep each and every one of you. We are at Philippians chapter 4 from verses 8 today. Paul begins by using the word finally, bringing us to a point of conclusion, and he identifies some key things for us, which he says we should think on these things, meaning keep in mind, and they are whatsoever things are honest. If we keep the honest things as our focus, then we remove deceit, lies, and we are sincere in our thoughts. So if we are sincere in our thoughts, then it will also affect our actions. Likewise, if we lack honesty, it will also affect our actions in life. Whatsoever things are just is a directive for us as believers to be mindful of the things that are morally right. If we stand on morally right or correctness of things and practice the pure things, then we will tend to not lean to immoral lifestyles and practices. This attitude of thinking justly also keeps us fair in our thoughts. Whatsoever things are pure, this here tells us that we should maintain one outlook or behavior in our lives, in what we speak, listen to, represent. And if we truly understand what the word pure means, we should not mix who represents Christ with any other thing else. It is either we represent truth or lies, honesty or deceitfulness, just or unjust, fair or unfairness, purity or corruption. Paul continues, whatsoever things are lovely. If we see the beauty of things, then our actions and thoughts would also represent the same, and not that which is ugly. Once you do not be mindful of your own thoughts, using the guide set forth by God through His Word, your actions could become ugly in all of its representations. How you treat people, how you speak, your attitudes, and all that you reflect in your ways. Walk a straight line from now, believers. Whatsoever things are of good report, we should be mindful of the things which represent honesty, justice, purity, love, all that is spoken good of, so that we will also be affected by it likewise. Believers, we are what we feed ourselves, what we maintain in our environments, what we nourish in our lives. Once we adhere or practice, mix periodically, it will show in our behaviors at some point, recognizable to you, so be mindful. Paul tells us concerning these things that if there be any self-reward and commendation, these things are what we should live by to receive it. Believers, think on these things. Fill your minds with these things from now. Verse 9, he says, be mindful, think on those things, saying that he has taught and they have experienced, and he has spoken to them about, and they were shown by him to them. Paul presents himself and his lifestyle as an example to them. We are without excuse. He then tells us, by these things the God of peace shall be with you. This is his nature. These are the things he inhabits, what he stands for. These are the things he is attracted to. You remember, having the peace of God in your life surpasses all understanding. It conquers all things. And remember that there is nothing that can accomplish total contentment other than the peace of God in your lives. Beloved, think on these things. We have been given a whole reboot of our systems here by these couple verses, so as to kick out thoughts which haven't aligned with God's and godliness, to change and turn around attitudes, and even right now, to affect actions, to stop you from thinking a certain way, to show you there's a better way, to stop you from making bad decisions in all things. When you speak, what you do in your driving, we think what you would do and say, and how you would do and respond or not respond to some things today. Before you react or say or respond to some things, measure it up to honesty, justice, purity, lively, and good report, meaning if at the end of what may be done, what would be your reflection of what was done. Stop yourself from being brutish or foolish, and God will recognize you, and his peace shall fill your atmosphere. In that there is healing, there is deliverance, there is reward, there is favor and grace. Believers, be mindful today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Pastor Solomon Della Rosa in God's grace.